Anselm's Monologium on the Being of God. In this book, Anselm discusses, under the form of meditation, the being of God, basing his argument not on the authority of Scripture, but on the force of reason. It contains nothing that is inconsistent with the writing of the Holy Fathers, and especially nothing that is inconsistent with those of Saint Augustine. The Greek terminology is employed in chapter 78, where it is stated that the Trinity may be said to consist of three substances, that is, three persons. Certain brethren have often and earnestly entreated me to put in writing some thoughts that I had offered them in familiar conversation regarding meditation on the being of God and on some other topics connected with this subject under the form of a meditation on these themes. It is in accordance with their wish, rather than with my ability, that they have prescribed such a form for the writing of this meditation, in order that nothing in Scripture should be urged on the authority of Scripture itself, but that whatever the conclusion of independent investigation should declare to be true, should in an adorned style, with common proofs, and with a simple argument, be briefly enforced by the cogency of reason, and plainly expounded in the light of truth. It was therewith also, it was therewith also that I should work this day to meet such simple and almost foolish objection as occurred to me. This task I have long refused to undertake, and, reflecting on the matter, I have tried on many grounds to exclude myself. Furthermore, they wanted this work to be adaptable to practical use. The more was what they enjoyed on me difficult of execution. Overcome at last, however, both by the modest importunity of the entreaties and by the not contemptible sincerity of the zeal, and reluctant as I was because of the difficulty of my task and the weakness of my talent, I entered upon the work they asked for. But it is with pleasure inspired by the affliction that, so far as I was able, I have prosecuted this work within the limits they set. I was led to this undertaking in the hope that whatever I might accomplish would soon be overwhelmed with contempt, as by men disgusted with some worthless thing. For I know that in this book I have not so much as satisfied those who entreated me, as put an end to the entreaties that followed me so urgently. Yet somehow it fell out, contrary to my hope, that not only the Briton mentioned above, but several others, by making copies for their own use, condemned this writing to long remembrance, and after frequent consideration, I have not been able to find that I have made in it any statement which is inconsistent with the writing of the Catholic Fathers, or especially with those of Saint Augustine. Wherefore, if it shall appear to any man that I have offered in this work any thought that is either too novel or discordant with the truth, I ask him not to denounce me at once as one who boldly sighs upon new ideas, or as maintainer of falsehood, but let him first read diligently Augustine's book on the Trinity, and then judge my treatise in the light of those. In stating that the Supreme Trinity may be said to consist of three substances, I have followed the Greek, who acknowledge three substances in one essence, in the same faith wherein we acknowledge three persons in one substance. For they design the word substance, the attribute of God, which we designed by the word person. Whatever I have said on that point, however, is put in the mouth of one debating and investigating in solitary reflection, questions to which he had given no attention before, and this method I knew to be in accordance with the wish of those whose request I was striving to fulfill. But it is my prayer and earnest entreaty that if any shall wish to copy this work, he shall be careful to place this preface at the beginning of the book, before the body of the meditation itself. For I believe that one will be much helped in understanding the matter of this book if he has taken note of the intention and the method according to which it is discussed. It is my opinion too that one who has first seen this preface will not pronounce as a rash, pronounce a rash judgment. He shall find or fault here any thought that is contrary to his own belief.